Yeah, please find your way to the table and a seat this lovely morning. Lovely crowd here today in the town of Oakland. Thank you for coming out. My name is Dee Voorhees. I'm a retired Army colonel. I've been a part of the Home at Last organization since the first home, and proud to be here today in the wonderful town of Oakland. A beautiful day to dedicate the home for the 6th Home at Last recipient, the Tobet family. We'll get started this morning with the color guard posting the colors and the national anthem. So if you'd rise for the posting of the colors.
Color guards, parade, rest. Color guards, attend, hut. Color guards, carry, colors. Ready, two. Color guards, forward, march. Now, left turn, up. Color guard, up.
I ask Wendy Proctor to please come forward and sing our national anthem.
Present, up. Come forward and lead us in the pledge. Making his way. Okay.
If you guys would join me, I'll start us off. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guards, order, up.
Ready, two. Color guards, left turn, march. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Outward, up. Left, right. Color guards, up. Order, good.
Please be seated. How about a round of applause for the Marine Corps League Sergeant I.W. Hatcher Jr. Chapter, Claremont. The Marine Corps League Sergeant I.W. Hatcher Jr. Chapter, Claremont, Florida, did a wonderful job at the flag raising this morning, and again, a wonderful job here. So thank you very much, Marine Corps League. And also, how about another round of applause for Wendy Proctor? Wasn't that a beautiful rendition? Also like to thank C.J. Barnes, who led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. He's here with his wife, Katie, and a new son. They were the recipient of the 5th home. So, C.J., thank you. Also, I see that our 4th home recipient, Staff Sergeant Jeff Kelly and his wife, Michelle, and their children are here with us this morning. So, Jeff, raise your hand, say hello. Thank you for coming. A couple other dignitaries to recognize this morning. Winter Garden Council, Bobby Oshevsky, otherwise known as Bobby O. Bobby, thank you for coming. Dennis Fold from the Oakland Town Management Council. Dennis, thank you. And also Army Colonel retired Pat Connors and his wife Karen. Pat is on the Camaraderie Foundation, and the Camaraderie Foundation has been working with the Home at Last to assist the veterans in assimilating into the community after they're into the home. So Pat, thank you. Karen, thank you. We're going to adjust the and Mayor John Reese from Winter Park sneaked in on me. Winter Garden, I'm sorry. Oh, Mayor, excuse me. Sneaked in on me. Winter Park, hopefully it would be Winter Garden.
Winter Garden is better.
We're going to adjust the schedule. The Congressman is running late. We understand that he's been let out of the woodshed, but not yet out. So let me start out with introducing the mayor of the town of Oakland, the lovely town of Oakland, Mayor Kathy Stark. Mayor.
Thank you very much. And this actually, Dan running a little late, works in my favor because he gives such a moving speech, and then I always have to follow him. So it's good for me. Thank you all for coming to this. This is the 6th house that we're dedicating. And I couldn't be more proud to have all of these 6 homes in Oakland. Thank you, Bill Criswell. Thank you, Gary Atwell. And thank you, everyone who shows up over and over again to help us with this and gives their time and their resources so freely. To the Tovettes, I hope that you put down roots in this town and that you love it as much as the rest of us who live here do. And then I hope that your family grows through the years and enjoys every minute that they spend in this town. I do have something for you. Right there. I do have something for you from the town of Oakland. So hopefully this will help you get your house in order. Thank you. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Mayor. As the Mayor said, she's been here on all 6 of these homes, from the groundbreaking ceremonies to the welcoming ceremonies, the groundbreaking ceremonies, and the dedication to all 6 of these, and thank you again. Next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Judy Allison, the Windermere's Charities Central Florida chapter. Windermere's Charity Foundation has been a longtime major contributor to our Home at Last program. So, Judy?
Thank you.
We appreciate the opportunity to participate in such a joyous occasion. We are Windermere Charities, Central Florida. We are inspired by the sacrifices made by all men and women in the military. They have the willingness to put their lives on the line, the ultimate sacrifice. And while they are in the service, their families make a huge sacrifice too. All this requires a big heart. It's always nice to see bumper stickers that say support our troops. You may have noticed one on the concrete truck this morning. They should have our support the minute they sign up, while they're in training, when they take on jobs as military personnel, when they're in combat, and especially when they return home. Also, thank you to all active military here today, as well as all veterans. I would like to thank Marine Sergeant Stephen Tovet and his family for their service to our country and welcome you to your new home. Our goal is to help provide a mortgage-free home to a disabled veteran. This is the 7th home that we have helped to build. We are 7 people, 4 men and 3 women, passionately dedicated to this project. Since 2008, Windermere Charities Central Florida has raised over $500,000 in support of providing mortgage-free homes to disabled veterans and their families. We are proud to have worked with Home at Last and look forward to working with them in the future. We hope to host another golf tournament in April. Our goal is to raise as much money as we can to contribute to the next house. This is our way of honoring our troops who have sacrificed so much to ensure our country's freedom and maintain our safety. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of Windermere Charities Central Florida to welcome Stephen and Christina to their new house in Oakland. We wish you many happy hours filled with great memories in your new home. Thank you.
Judy, thank you so much. The Windermere Charities Central Florida was formerly known as the Windermere Country Club Foundation, so for those of you who didn't know that difference, I wanted to point that out, and thank you so much. Our next guest certainly has been involved in these Home at Last ceremonies and in the foundation and building of the homes here in the town of Oakland. That's Jeff Forrest, the president of Winter Park Construction. Jeff, please join us.
I left the beard on for coming off a mountain. I'm trying to talk Jeff to climb Kilimanjaro with me next time I go up. And by the way, I'm surprised you didn't make him stand. Now that first time I got to see him walk, that was great. By the way, I have a great job because as president and one of the 3 or 4 leaders of my company, I usually get to stand up and take credit and place blame. So, but in this particular case, I'd like to give credit to a great deal of people that participate in making these things happen. If you look at the program, you'll see that there's an architect on there, and to the best of my knowledge, Gary at Winter Park Design and that group have been doing this from day one, and they've designed every one of them. Same civil engineers and same group of people that have been involved, and so lots of times they don't get to come up here and talk, but they certainly are recognized. Structural engineers, etc. If you look at that, it's really important. We are proud, and I guess I get seniority because I've done one more, Brian, than you, but we're proud to have our partner Hensel Phelps and that group to be a part of this, and we certainly stand side by side as we put these together. And there's a group of Winter Park Construction staff out there that have shown up to just about every one of these events and have participated every one. Unfortunately, John Russo, who sits on the board at Home at Last, could not be here today, but we certainly recognize that group, and probably, you know, equally important, if not greater, is this subcontractor list that donates their time and services and effort. We cannot thank them enough for that participation. We as a company are obviously very proud to be a part of this. I love to stand up here when we do the groundbreakings, and just as much love standing up here when we do these dedications. It is our favorite work to do. It really is. It's hard to say. We get to go out and build lots of things and drive by them and be proud of them, but nothing makes us more proud than being part of this project. So thank you for letting us do it. Congratulations on your new home. We look forward to being a part of the next one. Thank you.
Jeff, thank you for those wonderful words and for the dedication your team brings to this. Through both good times and hard times, Winter Park Construction has never faltered to stand there and be with the Home at Last project. Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce Dennis DiCarlo from Whitney DiCarlo Gaeta Foundation. Dennis and his lovely wife Stacy each year honor their daughter with a Passion of a Purpose dinner gala. They are a major contributing partner to the Home at Last. Dennis?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Great. I'm a little underdressed. I wasn't quite prepared to get up here and make comments. Dan, where's Dan? I'm going to talk to him about that a little bit later. But we appreciate the chance to be here today. It's nice to see the Tovets and some of the other folks that we've gotten to meet over the years through our annual foundation event. And I'm excited to be here to wish you best of luck in your new home. My wife Stacy and I are thrilled to continue to work in our local community to create awareness and to inspire people to take action to assist those children and families in our local community that need help. And we're very proud to be able to take care and continue to support our military families who need a hand, who need the support of the local community to continue to provide for their family, provide for their children, and provide for a very solid foundation of family. We began our foundation about 7 years ago. We were an unfortunate family that lost a daughter in an automobile accident. Your worst nightmare. But in reality, what we realized is every life makes a difference. And we have committed our lives to making sure that our daughter's life continues to make a difference in this local community. We want to make a difference in each and every life that we touch. We don't know what life we're going to change or what direction a life will take after we touch them, but we believe in our hearts that God has a great plan for each and every one of the people in this room. And that by bringing local community together, we can make a difference. Whether it be in a child's life, whether it be in a family's life, whether it be in our military families' lives, we believe that we all have a responsibility to reach out to those who are in need right here in Southwest Orange County. Our supporters all come from the Dr. Phillips Bay Hill area. We do an event once a year. It's actually March 7th of this year, in which we have had the absolute awesome success of raising over $700,000. We've been able to provide money to Edgewood Children's Ranch in our local community. If you're not familiar with them, a great organization working with about 100 kids who are fallen between the cracks. We work through the St. Vincent de Paul Society to provide meals and bill payment and all kinds of things for families that have fallen on hard times. Maybe they can't pay their power bill, maybe they can't provide for food, or they cannot provide for the money to put their kids in clothing they need to go to school. So we work through that organization to continue to try to help young families who are in need. And we're very proud to have been invited to be a part of this by Bill Criswell and Dan McCoy to be a part of Home at Last. And this is going to be our third year raising money for that great cause. And we really appreciate the chance to be a part of our military families here in Southwest Orlando. Once again, we're March 7th. If anybody has an interest, we have a wonderful speaker. Our speaker this year is a gentleman by the name of Chad Hymas. He was unfortunately, through a farming accident, he became a quadriplegic overnight. He's now a world-class wheelchair athlete. He travels the country speaking about how life may change, but it doesn't end. And that even though you may be facing challenges in your life, those challenges can be turned to a very positive, impactful opportunity for the local community. So once again, congratulations on your new home. Congratulations to the other vets that we've helped over the years, and we look forward to continuing to work with Home Last over the next few years. So thank you again, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Next, I'd like to invite to the stage Ms. Debbie Berry from Lockheed Martin Corporation. Lockheed Martin has also been one of our major contributors over the last number of homes. And if you look at your program, it's been Lockheed Martin that's published all of our programs from all of our ceremonies, from the welcoming ceremony to the groundbreaking ceremonies and today's. Debbie, please.
Thank you, Dean. It is a true pleasure to stand here and represent the 115,000 employees of Lockheed Martin. We salute all of the women and men who have served in the military for this great nation. And today, it's truly an honor to be here to welcome Stephen and Christina to Central Florida. It's a great place to live. It's phenomenal. And just the audience here today shows you what a warm and loving community it is. I've been involved with Home at Last for most of the homes, not all. But again, that is a great organization. Bill, to you and the entire team, you're phenomenal. To the Tovett family, welcome. We're glad you're here.
I'm going to adjust the program again a little bit. I see Congressman Dan Webster has joined us, so let me welcome Congressman Dan Webster, Florida's 10th District. Thank you, Congressman, for coming.
It is a pleasure to be here. I am very happy that this is not a federal government program, because we'll still be having committee meetings on the first house. But this is the way it ought to be. I think Mayor Stark and others, all the community leaders here, the commissioners, and everyone else who has band together to determine what needs there were, and then go out and meet those needs as a community. What an awesome thing, and I am so grateful for the opportunity just to be here to say thank you for Sergeant Tovett and for his service to the United States of America. I would bring you greetings from all the members of the United States Congress who are very, very supportive of what you've done, and we were very cognizant of the sacrifice that you and your family have made. We're very, very grateful for that. And so, as a small token of our appreciation and appreciation of the members of the United States Congress, we have a flag here flown over the Capitol. I have a little certificate that says it was flown over the Capitol. And I want to present that to you. It's packaged in a case, but it's also worthy of flying outside, and it would be just an honor to say thank you for serving our country. Thank you for being a picture of those who have given so much for this country to keep it free. So God bless you and your family.
Thank you, Congressman. Next, I'd like to introduce the second party, the junior party, as Jeff might say, to the home building project. Brian Butcher, Hensel Phelps Construction Chief Estimator. Brian has been here for 5 of the 6 homes with he and his team, and so let me introduce him at this time. Brian.
I suppose if I had to be upstaged by somebody, may as well be. Thank you. It's pretty easy to follow gentlemen and ladies like this. They thank all the people that I forget to. So if I forget somebody, which I will, I apologize. But thanks to all the subcontractors, suppliers, all the contributors, all of you. I've met some really wonderful people in the last 5 years I've been doing this, and I can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this. Now, I have to tell you this, though. I've spent the last few days in Pensacola helping take care of my aging father, who was a 30-year Navy veteran. He knew I was coming down here, and he had a few comments for me to pass on moment, I'll do that. One of which was give him heck. He knows that we deal with a lot of Marines and a lot of soldiers, and we've yet to have a Navy veteran at this point, to my knowledge, so he said give him heck. I'll leave it at that. So, this I have to set the record straight on. I've heard a lot of inter-service jokes here over the past 5 to 6 years, because I was involved in the first one, but not as a construction guy. The way I heard all these jokes, the Navy guy was the strongest and smartest guy. So.
Something you woke up, right?
And you two can... Yes, sir. Anyway, back on track here. It's a great day to be a part of the Home at Last program for sure. And on behalf of the employee owners of Hensel Phelps, I'd like to thank you once again for being part of such a great program. As I look around, I see many with medals of achievement and valor. It's quite impressive. And I would submit to you this. Know that they do not wear these medals for themselves. They wear them for those who cannot. For those that came before them and those that paid the ultimate price. Though some may be broken in body from the ravages of war, the men and women that defend our freedom remain unbroken in their spirit and their will to defend all of our freedoms. This home is a symbol of that same spirit and will and the efforts of many to say thank you. Stephen and Christina, please accept this home as our collective tribute of your unselfish dedication to maintain all of our freedoms. It's appreciated very much from the heart. May God bless us all, and thank you again for this great opportunity.
Thank you, Brian. It really has been the combined efforts of both Hensel Phelps and Winter Park Construction to make this successful. And nothing could have been done without them and their leadership in this effort. So thank you both. And next, I'd like to introduce Master Gunnery Sergeant Jim Hahn from the Central Florida Marine Corps Foundation. Jim has been with us for the last 2 homes and led the effort and fundraising and the flag raising this morning we had and put the flag in the flagpole in that location. So let me introduce Jim Hahn.
I stand with you, Sergeant Major. We got to keep these sailors in line. I am the president of the Central Florida Marine Corps Foundation. We are a local charitable organization that supports the program manager for training systems in the Orlando area, but also any Marine, anybody who has ever been fortunate enough to earn the title and wear the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. We're an organization along with the Marine Corps League, the 1st Marine Division Association of Central Florida, Semper Fi. There's a lot of Marine Corps organizations in the area. I have the honor to stand before you today and speak on behalf of all of them when we say that we're here to help you out. I look around the room here, there are an awful lot of veterans. All the wars that we fought going back to the Second World War, I'm sure we've got some of them in here as well. And I've got to say, thank you for all of your service. Steve, Christina, good luck with your house. We wish you all the very best. We hope you'll be here in future years when future homes are dedicated to other Marines. And we thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Thank you.
If there's anything we can do within our power, don't hesitate to call on us at 11-488. I salute you and thank you for your service. Thank you. God bless.
John, thank you. The Knights of Columbus Family Council 11488 each year has a St. Valentine's Day dinner dance and other council support, and they are major contributors to the Home at Last project. So thank you, John. And next, I'd like to introduce Adam Ambielli, the Adam and Judith Ambielli Foundation. Also, Adam is a proud Marine, so Adam, come on up there and give us a hoorah.
I'd like to thank John Burns first for introducing us to this program, and Judy and I are both honored to have been participating in it in a very small way. It's something that really has taken our hearts. We'd like to thank you and really for your service and also for coming into your new home. May you enjoy it for many, many happy years. Fill it with love and laughter.
Madam, thank you. Also a major contributor to the Home at Last project. Next, another major contributor to the Home at Last project, Roy and Peggy Hester from the Helmley Furniture. The Hester is also a major contributing partners to this house, making it a home.
On behalf of my wife Peggy, who's not here, we want to thank Gary Atwell for involving us in the last 4 homes, and we salute all the families and proud to be a small part of it. Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the Hester's desire to make a house a home, and they've done that this year again. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to introduce Stephen Withers, the Rotary Club of Windermere. Stephen?
I'm here representing 1.5 million Rotarians around the world who follow the motto, service above self. And we have some very great people in that organization. If you counted on my list, the great Rotarians on your fingers and your toes, Gary Atwell and Bill Criswell will be on that list. In fact, if you counted the great Rotarians on your navel on my list, Bill Criswell will be on that list. So we want to thank Bill and Gary for their representing Rotary in this organization. Thank you.
Okay, not on your program, but taking a moment here to introduce a major contributor to today's ceremony, and that's Ms. Carol Becker. Ms. Becker has made this quilt that'll be on the bed in the home of the Codettes. Also, a couple other groups to recognize, the Trilogy Orlando Veterans Association and their commander, Herman Martinez. Thank you for coming. And the motorcycle group from the American Legion Post 55, Claremont. Thank you for coming. Next, to recognize our other major sponsors, I'd like to bring up Gary Atwell and Jim McQuilly. If you come up and recognize our major contributors.
The town of Oakland is a very special place for us, and they've been very cooperative in helping us, Home at Last project, obtain properties. So we really feel very closest to the town of Oakland, and we really feel special because of the way they treat us here. So I'd like to recognize the town of Oakland for what they've done and how they've helped us.
We would like to present the Windermere Charities of Central Florida, one of our Above and Beyond. Thank you so much for your support.
Winterpark Construction is actually taking care of every house for us. They've been the major designer of the houses. They've got all the subcontractors. You know, we can raise so much money among all the donors, but without the help of Winterpark Construction of getting their subcontractors, we'd never be able to build these houses. So they are a major force in helping us get these houses. These houses cost a lot more money than we realized when we started out this project. So Winterpark Construction, thank you so much for your help.
Whitney DiCarlo family or Foundation, we really appreciate all the support you've given us over the years, and so we'd like to present you with a Home at Last Above and Beyond Award. Thank you.
Financially, one of the biggest contributors to the Home at Last project has been Lockheed Martin. We went out there early on for the first house, and we spoke to them, spoke to their people about helping us. And Toby Allen got involved with us, and she has been our sponsor within Lockheed Martin to help us get major contributions. So thank you very much for, to Lockheed Martin for their financial help in helping us build these houses.
With the power that is behind the Hensel Phelps Construction Company, and Brian, who I serve on the board with, here is your above and beyond, and your support has been beyond, way above and beyond.
I'll accept this, but I need Jason Getz to come up. Jason is the guy who put all this work in place with our system.
Look good.
Good job, Jason. You did a fabulous.
The Knights of Columbus has been involved with all the projects, all the houses that we've built, all 6 of them. So they've had fundraisers, they've made personal contributions. So it's really unusual because they never get involved in this many things on a consistent basis. But Home at Last has been a very special project for them. So no matter what they do, every year they'll have some sort of special event to help raise funds for the Home at Last. The last couple of years I've had Valentine's Day dances, and they give the funds from the Valentine's Day dance to help us, build these houses. Again, it takes a whole community of people to help us build these houses. It's not one individual, it's not 2 individuals, but it's a whole community that builds them. So we thank everybody for doing it, and the Knights of Columbus.
Well, this is a good one. This is for the Central Florida Marine Corps Association. An old sailor giving an old Marine an award.
The Amelie Foundation has been very generous in helping us with major contributions. Again, as I said before, without their people like that helping us, we wouldn't be able to build these houses. So thank you very much to the Amelie Foundation for their help.
Well, Roy and Peggy Hefster have been a very, very, very good friend of my wife for many, many years. I've only known him for 10 years. But we've also had some good times at the beach, haven't we?
Absolutely.
And I want to thank you so much for your support for the last 4 homes.
Thank you. And look forward to the next one.
Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Again, the Rotary Club of Windermere has been right with us right from the start. And I think the reason for that is because of, Bill Criswell being a member of Rotary Club. They helped us kick off these projects. They helped us build the first house, and then went on to the second and third and so forth. So we really appreciate the support we've gotten from the Rotary Club of Windermere.
You're all going to have to look this way now because this is a very special award. One of the most expensive parts of the homes that are built is what they call the roof package. And over the years, it's been virtually, we've never been able to have anybody donate this package because it is the most expensive portion of a house. But because of some friendships with General Garner and Connie, knowing some people in the church that they go to, called the Beatties, and they were talking one day about the Home at Last project. And the late Larry Beatty was very impressed with what we did and decided that he was going to help support our effort to build houses. Unfortunately, on a vacation in Germany, Larry passed away. But when he got home, Jane was going through his things. I've been there, done that, and found that he wanted her to take the helm and work with Home at Last to help find something that he could do with the house. And they specifically wanted to know what they wanted. Well, she put me through a bunch of meetings. We met with the Magruder Foundation, and we sat down and worked up, and I wrote a grant to the Magruder Foundation, and they awarded us $15,000 to put a roof on the house, which became known as the Magruder roof. And I would like to present this above and beyond to Jane Beatty.
Thank you, Gary. Jim, thank you. And next, I have the honor of introducing our guest speaker, Major General Michael R. Regner. General Regner was raised in Charleston, South Carolina. He graduated from the Citadel with a bachelor's degree of science and received his commission from the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps in 1976. His early career, he commanded both the rifle platoon and company level, and as a field grade officer, commanded the 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines, deployed in operations in and around Bosnia. As a colonel, he commanded the 13th Marine Expeditionary Unit. In 2005, he was promoted to Brigadier General and served in the Office of the Chief of Naval Operations. After being promoted to Major General, he deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom to Kabul, Afghanistan, to serve as the Deputy Chief of Staff for Joint Operations at the International Security Assistance Force Joint Command. Upon returning, Major General Regner assumed command of 1st Marine Division and reported also as the Commanding General of the Marine Forces Korea, CJ-5, United Nations Command, Combined Forces Command, U.S. Forces Korea. He now serves at the headquarters of the Marine Corps in the Pentagon. He was smart enough to bring his lovely wife, Mary, so we welcome both of them. General Regner.
Thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Today is a first. I will talk longer than a congressman. Where do you go? Sir, thank you for being here. This is an honor. This is a huge honor that I'm going to take back to Washington, as will the congressman, that this is the way America needs to take care of veterans. I have never... I'm going to turn my back to you and I'm going to give a hand salute to every one of you all, because the rest of America, and I've been everywhere in America, I've cried and I've buried and I've hugged, and I have a cold chill on my back right now because, like Sergeant Tubbett, we've been there on the battlefield multiple times, and we've watched the most precious resource America has, and that's her young men and young women, give everything they have so that we can enjoy, that we can provide furniture and houses and roofs. That Sergeant Tubbett was there in the Helmand province, as was my young son, Michael Regner, who was in Fallujah with me. And Sergeant Tubbett, when he was in Iraq, we are so appreciative of what you all, Marine Corps League, Sergeant Major, pure dedication. And that is my message. I will not be long today. My message when the congressman and I go back to Washington, D.C., Madam Mayor, we will say exactly what we saw in one of the most patriotic communities that I've ever been in throughout all of my 38 and a half years that Mary and I have tried to support and educate, and hug, and house, and transition out of the Marine Corps. When you hire a military veteran and or their spouse, you get a team that's unstoppable. You get patriots for the rest of your life. Christina will always be in this community, as will Stephen, and they will continue to give and give and give, and hopefully like you all have. You know, and it's not just the money, it's the time. It's when you come into this organization today, this wonderful church, and the Boy Scouts are greeting us all. That's what America's about. Yeah, we've got challenges, but you all want us to help solve those challenges and keep peace. And I can guarantee you, men of the likes of Sergeant Tubbett and the other veterans that were here today that served, whether it was Vietnam, whether it was Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Bosnia, Haiti, they will all serve and they will all continue to give. The young women and the young men that are with us today, that continue to join the armed forces to preserve and protect, are all very dedicated. And it is my responsibility as a general of the United States Marine Corps, or a sergeant major of the Marine Corps, or a Navy captain, doesn't matter your rank. It is our responsibility, as well as the congressmen's, to train, to equip, and give them everything they need so that our way of life can be maintained and be secure. Again, I thank all of you. I've talked longer than a congressman in the United States or a mayor. God bless you all. Central Finance.
Boy, sir, you gave me a good prop. You're up, buddy. You're up.
General, thank you for those wonderful words, and most thank you for your service to our nation. I'm going to be bringing Gary back up, and John Burns, or is John going to come, or is Bill Criswell going to come? Bill Criswell is going to come with Gary for the presentation of the Bible and the keys to the home.
Okay, on behalf of the Home at Last team, we would like to present this Bible as a representation of the foundation of the family to Christina and Stephen, knowing that you'll keep this in the house forever and remind you of all the people in this community that love you and embrace you as we go forward. Thank you.
And it's a Marine Bible too, Stephen.
Yes.
As chairman of our Home at Last project, it's my privilege to present the key to your home, Stephen and Christina. We hope that it'll bring you happiness, joy, and the peace that you so well deserve. Thank you for your service.
I'm going to Gatorland.
Don't go anywhere, you're up next.
Oh, man.
Stephen, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, everybody. Who's hungry? I just want to take a moment as everybody knows, I'm Sergeant Tobit, and got a new house today. But I honestly want to thank everybody for coming out here. It's very humbling to see all the individuals coming out here just to put this house together for me and my family and future family, little dudes and dudettes. And I want to thank Brian, especially for not taking Jason, my buddy, away from me. He's supposed to move to Pensacola, but he's not, right, Brian? Or is that the Navy guy? The Navy guy's up there, right? All right, so Brian's moved up there with the Navy guy. I had it wrong. I apologize. But no, thanks everybody for coming out for me and my family. I really appreciate it, and thank you.
All right, please be seated. For those of you who don't know, Sergeant Vet was born here in Orlando, grew up in Apopka. He and his wife, Christina, were high school sweethearts. They're both graduates of Apopka High School. Stephen enlisted in the Marine Corps in June of 2006 and deployed to Iraq in 2007, subsequently deployed to Afghanistan in 2011, where he was seriously wounded in an IED blast in Helmand Province in Afghanistan. The explosion severely injured his left leg, hand, and lower right leg, and subsequently requiring amputation. So, Stephen, Christina, and extended family, thank you for your service to our nation, and welcome to the town of Oakland. I'm reminded, as we got started late, that I left the chaplain out for the invocation, but I've asked him to give us a benediction before we bring Wendy Proctor back up. Chaplain? Pastor Bob?
Thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here and to host the event, and we're just glad to be here. So let's close with this prayer. Let's pray. Lord, we read in Psalm 90 that you have been our dwelling place in all generations. And this suggests that in you we find shelter, safety, warmth, and welcome. Oh God, as we dedicate this home today for the Tovet family, we pray that it will be a place of shelter, safety, warmth, and welcome for this family. May they find in this dwelling place a shelter and safety from the storms of life that inevitably come into all our lives. May they find and create a warmth in this place that will make it a home, not just a house. And may they discover the depth of welcome in our community that will help them know that they are loved and valued beyond all measure. Lord, we thank you for those who have worked on this home over the past months, and for those who have donated money or services to make this dream come true. For their generosity and dedication, we praise you. And we thank you, O God, for all the men and women who serve in our military to protect our freedoms and guard our security. We thank you for their willingness to make great sacrifices on our behalf. Watch over them and keep them safe. Bless this home. Bless this time together. Bless this food that we're about to partake. And give us your deepest blessing in all that we do, that we may serve you as best we can. This we ask and pray in the strong name of the one who has been our dwelling place in all generations. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Bob. Finally, I'd like to bring back to the stage Wendy Proctor, and I'll guarantee you she'll make you feel proud that you're American today. Wendy.
Tomorrow, that I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say, everybody stand and sing with me, that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And one more time, sing it like you mean it. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless America.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Please be seated. This does close our official program, but I want you to please stay and enjoy the barbecue that was prepared by the American Legion Post 55 and the Sons of the Legion, Claremont, Florida, and served today by the ladies of the West Orange Junior Service League, led by Lena Smith. Thank you. And finally, I'd like to thank Dwayne and Ronee Thrift for arranging this luncheon for us. Thank you, Dwayne and Ronee. Please stay and enjoy. Thank you. This closes the official program. Have a wonderful day.